Welcome to a very brief update of the markets as Bitcoin has been seeing some volatility yesterday given the fake news around Litecoin. But as we discussed yesterday, should you be worried if something like that happens, or should you just be zooming out in order to see the higher time frames and base your strategy on that? We're going to look at Bitcoin in this chart update, and also Ethereum we're going to do. As the market is just heating up some more and altcoins are breaking out left and right. Right now it's Atom, right now it's Polkadot, and also Scale is waking up. But before we are going to continue, do not forget to subscribe beneath, like the YouTube update, and also do not forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I'm posting daily content on the markets. Looking at the price structure of Bitcoin at this stage, the best thing you could do is zooming out. And when we are zooming out, we can see that we've had a very harsh correction exactly a week ago on Tuesday. And that one dipped quite far. It dipped in the support zone between 42 to 44k. And the beautiful thing about yesterday is that we've done another dip in that area. And we've seen a big wick on a daily close, assuming that the buyer's pressure is heavy in that zone, resulting in such a deep wick. This most often leads to a potential bottom signal, but it often also shows that people are still interested in Bitcoin, as we also know that the amount of exchange reserves at this point are at an all-time low, meaning that people are holding their Bitcoin at this stage and there's still supply shock to be made to the upside. So when we're looking at the daily time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is currently holding support as a very important level, and when we are getting these quicklys in here, we can see that the 42 to 44k level is still a very important level to look at for support, and that should be holding on. If that doesn't hold support, we're looking at 39k, but looking at the entire structure, you pretty much want to see 44k sustain. And currently we are doing that, so we can start zooming in to see what the structure itself is saying. What we want to be seeing is that we're getting a higher low after this. So the market tried to bounce upwards yesterday, couldn't really provide such a big bounce up, right? As we squeezed all the way down, and given the fact that people are selling out of panic, price overshoots to the downside, taking all the liquidity beneath these lows before it's going to reverse. We've discussed that topic yesterday. We're just giving you a slight summary of the entire topic. Right now we can see that we are bouncing up, but the critical level is currently around 46k still. And when we get to 46k, you want to see this higher low being constructed. So you want to see this bounce to 46k, and if you want to reverse and get this bullish divergence going, this higher low flip would be granting you continuation to the upside, resulting in a breakout and resulting in a potential falling wedge structure that is going to break out to the upside, right? So that's what you want to see. Right now we're seeing a good bounce. We are also having a very decent daily close yesterday, as we almost closed above 45k, which is resulting in some strength, and we can see it all across the markets that we are having that strength. But crucial levels for Bitcoin, 46k has to see whether we are going to get through that. I don't assume we're going to crack 46k in one go. I'm expecting that we're going to have a higher low to be made before we're going to break out, but overall the chances that we are going to break out is significant. So 46k is critical. If that breaks, I think we're going to overshoot above 47k. That's the range high. So in that perspective, 48 and even 50k are on the levels that I'm looking at for the potential TP area. On the downside, levels that I'm watching are between 43 to 44. If that is lost, I'm going to look at this region around 40k, but I do not assume that we're going to get there at this stage. Ethereum against USDT, not much change. We're still following the beautiful path here, in which we stated that we are making lower highs as well, and we want to get that higher low going before we're going to make that reversal. But as currently we are facing support, we are landing in support, and we are holding support again, but we are making lower highs, lower lows. So in order to reverse that structure, we have to crack the last lower high, which is the area around 3400. I don't think we will do that in one go, but I do assume that we're following the path like Bitcoin is going to do that, in which we are making that higher low before we're going to make the reversal. Critical level for Ethereum to watch is the level around 3160. Critical level as resistance to watch is the level around 34. If 34 breaks, I think we're going to overshoot above 35, and then we're testing 37, maybe even 39 for Ethereum. We're also seeing strength across the markets, and one of them is Atom. We have been discussing Atom earlier on yesterday, in which we stated that, and also the days before that, level that you want to get into is the retest here around this zone of 29. We're currently seeing that the retest is done, and we're also seeing strength all across the markets. Where are we with Atom? Probably we are somewhere around this stage. So the big surge still has to come, in which we might be facing a run towards $100 plus. We just cracked the previous high, so it is normal that we're going to have a slight corrective move before we are going to continue running with Atom. And especially given this beautiful retest, it's a good assumption to think about any continuation to be happening. What are the levels to be watching for Atom? 34 and the area around 31. Those are entry zones for the USDT pair. Looking at Bitcoin pair, it finally broke above the accumulation range, so it shows that we're having some nice continuation here. What are the levels to watch? Previous high might be a very aggressive entry, and the second level to watch is 66. Target zones, first one hit based on the entire previous high and low. We are looking at 11.5 to 12k next, and then 16 to 80,000 sats. And that's already close to $100 if Bitcoin is also going to break to the upside. That's my update of this morning. Later today I'll be back with a new update on the markets, and then we'll be discussing some altcoins and some news. But before that, do not forget to subscribe beneath, like the YouTube update, and also do not forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Have a wonderful day.